Well, in my box of free food the other day, I had some little cabbages. Oh, and onions and a carrot. So I'm going to make some freezer slaw. We'll eat some of it fresh, and then I'm going to put the leftovers in a bag and freeze it. Now to make freezer slaw, I've had this recipe for a long time. Actually, it came from La Homa Level. She's been gone for a long time. Frozen slaw is what she calls it. I always just called it freezer slaw. 1 medium cabbage, 1 medium onion, 1 bell pepper, 1 large carrot, and then we're going to chop that up and put some salt over and let it set. But I'm going to start a little backwards. I'm going to start by making this brine that we're going to pour over those vegetables in a little while, because this is just vinegar and water. Let's start by seeing if my little thingy here is going to work for me today. We're going to add a cup and a half of water, a cup of vinegar. Have y'all made this before? Every spring when I grow cabbage, which I haven't this year, I always make some and put in the freezer. And it's not like fresh slaw, but it's just pretty darn good. And 2 cups of sugar. And a teaspoon of celery seed. I may add a little celery to them vegetables. I just haven't decided on that yet, because I have some. And a teaspoon of mustard seed. Check out my machine here. All right, we're gonna boil that together. Let's see what it says. We're gonna have to boil it till the sugar dissolves. So that'll take a little bit, and then I'll let it cool while I get these other vegetables ready, and then they've got to set an hour. So this demonstration will be in several parts, but I'll post the recipe so you can get it all put together. I don't even have my apron on yet this morning. But I'm going to make this part and let it cool. I'll be back soon. Well, I made my little brine. Now we're going to chop some vegetables. And I'm kind of in a hurry because I need to kind of get this done and let them set and get up to the long barns where I've got some chores to do. So I've got my handy food processor, and I'm going to make some noise, but you know what? I'm going to get it done. And I decided to put a little celery. So I've got a carrot and a stick of celery and that onion. We have to start with something, so let's just start with that. So y'all hold your ears if it's too loud. Where's my lid? There's the lid. Alright, hang on. We'll do this fast. Oops. That looks pretty good. That's the part of it. I had my microphone in there. If I pull those utensils out too quick, it makes a lot of noise. But it works better for me to do that than to wear it all the time. So these vegetables need put up because you need to put them away to eat later and not eat everything at the same time. Now we're going to put, this is some cabbage, and I just kind of made some chunks out of it. Washed it and chunked it up. Here goes the cabbage. Don't want mush, just want it chopped up nice. That looks pretty good to me. So in goes this part of the cabbage. Do a little bit more, not too much at a time.
looking at it. Going a whole lot faster than if I done it by hand. But I could have done it by hand. Oh, don't know if I ought to put it all in there or not. And I like just cooked cabbage with some bacon grease and maybe put some ranch dressing on it while it's cooking. Got one more time. Not too much. Got in too big a hurry. I'd have a do-over. This big old stainless steel bowl, I use that thing for everything. It's just a good size. Make those angel food cakes in it. Just anything you want to mix up, just put it in there. And good size. That's my vegetables. That was pretty fast. I'm just going to toss them up together a little bit. That's going to make a lot of slaw to go in the freezer. Now I'm going to put some salt over that and let it set for about an hour, at least while I go do my other chores. And then we'll come back and pour the brine over it. I'm going to put a little extra because I think I have a lot of cabbage. I'm going to cover it over and leave it. And I'm probably going to have to leave my mess because my chores are waiting on me. Let me get me a towel. And I shall be back and finish it in a little while.
I finally made it back to finish this freezer slaw. This has been sitting with the salt sprinkled on it. Didn't really draw much water out of it. Now we're going to pour our brine over it, which was the vinegar and the water and the sugar and the celery seed and mustard seed. We're going to pour that in there. And all we're going to do now is just toss it around. Is that too loud? There. That's all there is to it. Now that's a lot of it, so I've got my freezer bags and I'm going to freeze it. I'm going to put it in here and label it and date it, and it'll keep for quite a while. And when you pull it out, if you want to out of the freezer to serve, let it thaw out a little bit. And you could add a couple of tablespoons of mayonnaise or salad dressing if you wanted to. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna save a little bit for mine and Terry's lunch. Not a whole lot because we don't want a whole bunch of it. But that's gonna be with our lunch, and this is gonna be frozen. And it was a lot of brine for that cabbage so I'll just kind of spread it out amongst it. Let's take a bite. Gotta try a bite. Well, I'll take a bite out of this bowl here that we're going to eat. And the texture changes a little bit after it's been in the freezer. But if you're hungry, it beats a snowball. Let's take a bite. Right now, it's good and fresh and crunchy, and it'll still be okay after it's been frozen. you guys need to try it. I'm out of here. I'm gonna put this up and go on to something else. That cabbage head's not gonna go bad on me. Bye now.